Hi guys, welcome to the flight today. As we're in El Salvador and we're going to do a flight back to New Mexico in the Avianca 747-200. We're rocking the original engines as well, so we keep it authentic as we blast down into runway 05 right. We're going to come round onto the Naja 2 Alpha, which is going to bring us right around the rock side on the opposite side, and we'll come in for our initial approach fix at Sutas. We'll follow it down, we'll slowly descend the aircraft down, ready to intercept for the ILS. We'll get the INS all set up and programmed, as we're going to use that to navigate us down all the way down to our initial fix, which will drop us down for around 8,700 feet. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, leave your comments down below, and don't forget to join the new Discord as well in the description, and I'll see you when we get inside the cockpit ready to start up. So here we are now in the 747-200. Go over to the flight engineer side. We get the battery on, which is checked. We get the standby power, which can go to manual. From there we get the GPU up and running, which is also checked and set. We get the galley power all on. From there we get the recirc. The gasper can go on as well. Pack number 2, which can be checked. Trim air can be open. Pack controls are auto, which are also set for us as we test open, and we get the APU all ready to go. So as the APU now opens, we get the cargo heat, which can go to normal. Fuel pumps, as we've got the one on, which will go on for the APU. As we go overhead now, we're on the emergency exit light. The anti-skid can be also armed. We've got the radio master buses on. Window heats can also be set and checked. Fasten seatbelt, no smoking. Get the beacon, nav light, logo, and we can start to light the cockpit up now as we get ready to go. Get the APU on now. See the EGT start to increase. Once everything else comes to life, we can then get suited to go. So we're going up for flight level 400, which will be 441. Over on the flight engineer's side. We can get the QNHs and everything as we come out. So we'll go to Xenviro, go to our weather briefing. El Salvador 2979 20001. So the winds are calm as we leave out, which isn't too bad for us today. So it should be nice. It's probably a bit windy when we come through. Scattered at 7003, it looks clear down at the moment, so 2979, which we'll get in as well. (2979), which is chat. 2979, and we'll go to the first officer side and get that all in as well. 2979. Okay, 2979, which is checked. As we go over, the APUs now come over, so we'll switch the buses over, which is checked for us. Can get the bleeds on. All the APU bleed. See the pressure come up for the PSI. Once we turn off the packs, they'll slowly both drop, as you can see. So that test is fine. And now we've got number 4 for the hydraulic, which is in and checked. We can go ahead and get all of our fuel pumps. As we leave out today, we're going to get the INSs all ready to go. So 1, 2, 3. As you know, we're going to get the quicker line done, so that does save some time for us on the departure. So as we go over to our waypoints, we've got 0 in for the first, which is our alignment, and now we'll go for number 1. As we can see on the departure, I already have all of our charts up. We're going to take the Mesa departure 3 as we leave out of runway 07 on the 071, 2,500 feet above. We're going to make a right hand turn to intercept back on for the 1175, which is for the Charlie Alpha Tango, 5,000 above, and then we swing onto that left to the 285 outbound. So the 1175, which we'll get in pretty quick. 1175. I'm also going to leave that out onto the 285. Once we track inbound to the VOR, we're pretty much going to have the Xenviro on anyway, so it's not really going to make too much difference, but we use that for reference anyway. So coming down for a messer, we got north 13375, and it's going to give us west 89424. Waypoint number 2 for Donnell is north 13440, and we got west 90061. Waypoint number 3 for Dupez is north at 13475, and we got west at 90188. Waypoint number 4 is for San Jose for the VOL, which is north at 13560. And we got west at 90499. Waypoint number 5 for Caveat, we got north at 14116. And west at 91180. Waypoint 6 for Tekken is north 14398. And we've got west 92087. Waypoint number 7 for Tapachula, which is north 14475. And we got west 92225. Okay, so that's waypoint number 7 now. Once we leave from 7, number 8 and 9 is going to be the start of the arrival. So for the IXEG 2 Alpha, we're going to be leaving for north at 20012, and we got west at 98110. Down for the Mike X-Ray 751, which is north at 19545. And we've got west at 98443. So they're the waypoints there. Coming in for the IXEG 2 Alpha, going to come down for flight level 300 from 400. There's the Mike X-Ray 571, which we just punched in, so we've just put in basically IXEG and the 751. We're going to follow it all the way down, max 230. We'll slow the aircraft right the way down when we get to Almes for 210. Then by the time we get for max 190, we're coming in for the ILS Zulu, which will track 11,000 feet, 19, and then we've got the Mike X-Ray 901 to go in, and the Mike X-Ray 900, which will be the last fix before the glide slope, 8,900 feet, mandatory 4.9 DME from the localizer. So that is the departure, guys. Hope you guys do enjoy as we get ready and set to leave. Leaving out on the runway 407, we've got the 070. Okay, which is checked. We'll go over, we can do our before start checklist. Which is checked.
On.
APU bleed is all on.
Check. Auxiliary power. Check. Engine oil quantity. Check. Fuel quantity. 4,995.6 kilograms. Fuel panel. Check and set.
Put it on go around for now, put takeoff dry.
Check and
once
set.
that's all done.
Bleed control.
Bleed controls are on.
Check and set. Hydraulic quantity. Check. EPR computer.
Go around.
Go around.
Switch that back to takeoff
Circuit
dry.
breakers. Check. Indicator lights. Check. Electrical panel. Check and set. Air conditioning controls. Check and set. Fire control and wing overheat panels. Check and set. Equipment cooling.
So the aircraft's pretty much now ready and checked to
Passenger
go.
oxygen. Check.
There's our departure
Hydraulic
071 as we come back
Check
in
and
for
set.
the 285.
Fuel jettison panel. Check. Crew oxygen. On. Oxygen mask and
Okay,
regulator.
so the aircraft is now ready to go.
Ready to start the engines.
As we are now ready to start
Ready
the
for
engines,
engine
we see
start.
1, 2 and 3, which are all
Shock
down and
removed.
dead.
Ground power disconnected.
Ground power is disconnected now as we are ready and set to leave. So let's get the aircraft moved in, change its view just a little. There we go. So we're going to be leaving out on a flaps 10. We'll get the aircraft's flight director, etc. all set in. So we've got coming out 100, which is going to be around 109 temperature. As we were leaving out, as we've got everything all here.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
2101 25 2979, which works out around 1009. Okay, so that's all set there. There's our bugs 152 for rotate, 162 for V2 plus 15, which was 177. Which also checked. Flight directors are on. Performance 5.2 on the trim, 13 degrees of initial pitch. Okay, so there's around 13 degrees. Which we checked, 070 leaving out, and we're checking there's 285 up to 2,500 feet.
Start connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake
released.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Okay, so as we can now start engines, the aircraft's going to start pushing backwards. Okay, go overhead. We'll go for engine number 1.
Starting engine 1. Start helm over.
Start engine number 2.
Start helm over.
Okay, chart checked. As you can see, N2 slowly increasing for engine number 1 and 2. Once they get nearer to 20%, we'll get the call out, and then we can start to get the aircraft ready to go. We'll see the pressure come to life as well. As they slowly creep in, fire them up, and we'll go outside for a closer look.
Fuel on.
Number 1 and 2 now, come on, we can go for 3 and 4.
Start helm over. Starting engine 4. Starting engine 4. Start helm over.
Okay, so we'll go outside and watch them fire up, ready to go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
After start checklist. Flight recorder. On. Start switches. Off. Beacon lights. On. Brake pressure. Check. Start levers. Idle detents.
Tow is
Engine
disconnected
anti-ice.
and bypass beam has been removed. And signal on the right.
Electrical
We'll see you
panel.
next time and have a safe flight.
Flaps 10.
Back valves. Open. Dual warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps. Damn. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Takeoff data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Stabilizer trim.
Set in green band.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Damn.
Yaw dampers.
Check.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
Check.
APU. Off. Fuel heat. Off.
Parking brake released.
Totalizer and gross weight. Set. Flight engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. Normal. Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed. Considerations. Check. Cabin alert. Check. Transponder. Check. Ignition.
Flight start.
Body gear steering.
Hold on.
Back valves. Closed. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Fuel boost pumps. On. Cross feed valves. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed.
So before takeoff checklist now is ready for 07. As we proceed out, leaving out on the 071 2,500 feet, we'll then track to 285 onto the 115 Charlie Alpha Tango VOR. Once we hit there, we'll switch the INS over and then we'll be all ready to depart out of runway 07 on our way to AMSA, which we can see is 39 nautical miles to our first fix, which is on the INS. So before takeoff checklist is ready, we'll go for after takeoff, just after we leave. Make this right hand turn now. so hold short. Needs to line up for 07, wings can go off, strobes are on, everything else is set. Tell the cabin to get ready as we line up. And we left for around 500 meters or so at runway once we line up and take off. So here we are now, runway 07, we are all ready to leave. We can get the landing lights, which can all go on and checked. Well, the trim, which is 5.2, before takeoff checklist has already been done. 070, which we're leaving out on, then we're going to take that right hand turn 2,500 feet above. So without further ado now guys, we can get ready to leave. So brakes are now released. We can power on up to 50%. Stabilized and turbo. Full pressure on the column.
Cross set.
Check. Airspeed drive.
80 knots.
Check. Throttle hold. Passing through 1006, and we're just holding between our flaps 10 and flaps 5 setting, as we're going to keep the aircraft like this as we climb out at 2,500 feet above. Now we're going to go on to the 285, which is checked, and we're going to break into a right hand turn. Nose down just a little, and just decrease our pitch. Flight director will come back around. Still holding in for flaps 10, as needs to be around for 220, going for 30 degrees. Flight director will come back to us once we get round. As you can see, there's flight director coming back. We'll just hold to stay in for our flaps 5, and then we can knock in for the climb speed. Okay, so there is flaps 5, which we're going to knock in. Flaps 5, which is in. Climb speed can come in as well. Maintain just a little bit of a pitch. There's a flight director now coming in on 285. And we can knock the while knocking. There's a 4 nautical miles to go until we get to Charlie Alpha Tango V1. Then we're going to break in, get the INS in as well. Then we'll be ready to lift through. So we get us back in for that flaps 5. We'll drop our pitch down just a little more. As we need to stay max for around 220. Those are 3 nautical miles as we are quite close. We'll stay off for around 300. once we pass over onto the aircraft. We'll then get ready to switch the INS on. So flight director is going to come back. We're going to stay in here for our flaps 5. 2 nautical miles to go. Then we'll switch the INS on. As you can see, it's coming back slowly. Don't forget the INS on now. Ready for amnesty. Then we can start to accelerate the aircraft now as we drop the nose. INS is now in. Let's just get a little bit of trimming. And we're now going to be following direct to an MZ. As you can see, a little bit choppy, a little bit of turbulence coming in. And just gain control of the aircraft now, we can start to speed up. Autopilot can go in, INS is in as well. The autopilot holds vertical speed, we can drop that just a little. Now we can start to speed up for our flat retraction speeds as the INS is 0 to 1 as we track inbound, 37 nautical miles to go. Switch over the INS and there we are. Tracking inbound now into Ibiza. Climb speed is in, passing through 7,700 feet. Flaps 1 can now be engaged.
Flaps 1. Now to level off.
Gear can now be turned off. 1,000 to level off. For 400. Flaps can be fully retracted now.
Flaps up. Now start that climb up. Just monitor the speed as we're just holding for around 240. Flaps are fully retracted, so we'll go to our after takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist. Gear lever. Off. Landing and local lights. Hold on.
As we check, 9,000 feet, we can get the landing lights off now.
Off. Ignition. Check. Seatbelts and no smoking sign, check. Back valves. Open. Fuel heat. Wait.
Chart checked.
After takeoff checklist completed. 10,000.
10,000 feet, which is in. Gen 3, which is on. 10,000, which is gone as well. As we're just reaching into 240. 400, which is checked and set. We just slowly slow down on a vertical speed, just come up for 250 as we can now start to speed the aircraft up. So we drop down to around 1200 feet per minute. The aircraft's now going to start to climb. Altitude selecting for 400, and we are now fully on our way to lovely Mexico City. Going to be running for around Mach decimal 8. Passing through 11,000 feet, 25 nautical miles to go. And as you can see, we're tracking to Ibiza, which is 10,000 above, which we are going to definitely be out on the departure. So let's just rise up now. We're looking for around 300 mark. And we're going for flight level 400, so that's the highest we've taken the aircraft today. 400. Once we get to 300, we're then going to put the IES mode in, and then the aircraft will be able to climb even further up on its ascent. Temperature's currently 14 degrees, don't need the engine anti-ice on just yet. It's just approaching near to 300 knots. Takeoff slowly increases, we can check out on the winds. 191 at 2,
which is fine. 300, which is in Zytrax 285, which is indeed. There's 300 just coming into play now, so we can hit the AES mode. We're going to have to climb up accordingly and go outside and take a look at it. So in for the arrival before we go to our takeoff cinematics, we're going to get to an edge of flight level 300. Once we follow down the Mike X-ray 571, 753 and the 755 will be a max 230 18,000. From 18,000 we're going to hold that all the way to Almas, which is max 210, will be well below that speed. 14,000 feet as we ride it around to the Mike X-ray 717. Get down to Sutus, and from Sutus we're then going to proceed to the Mike X-ray 901, which our initial fix from our initial approach fix of 11,000 feet, we drop down to 9,007, and then from the Mike X-ray 901 we get to the Mike X-ray 0900, and then we'll get to 8,900 feet, and 4.9 from the localizer. So there's a glide slope which is going to start. So that is the arrival, guys. Well, Mexico's 159 on the INS for 1091 for the 55 degree course inbound, and we can see that we've got no references for the terrain around the area. So 8,000, we're dropping down to 9,007. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I will see you at our top of descent. I'll leave you with the takeoff cinematics, and hopefully we can get a nice view of Mexico City today with the lovely close. So I'll see you guys when we get back into the flight deck.
So we're not too far away now. We're going to make our descent down to 300 around about 30 nautical miles or so, around 20 nautical miles. We're at 350 now, just dropped down from 400 as we get ready for the arrival. We've updated the INS with the next set of fixes. We're going to be flying to Naja, which we've got everything turned on, so we should be able to see our position. Flight level 300, then make it to the Mike X-ray 571 for 27 above. And all the way max 230 for the Mike X-ray 755. As we proceed around 18,000 feet, we hit the 118, which takes us to Almas, max 210 for 14,000, and then we'll spin around into Sutus for the ILS Zulu, where we hit the Mike X-ray 901, make a right-hand turn, which should then intercept us ready for 8,900 feet from 9,007, 4.90 from the localizer, which is the 109.1, so I'll put the 109.1 over here, which is checked, coming in for the 055. Which is also set and checked, 37 nautical miles away now from Naja, where we then start the start of our arrival. We're currently at decimal 85, so we're going to blast in like a rocket, 290. So once we step out, we're going to allow the aircraft to get ready to come down onto the runway. So we've got an altitude hold in 300, which is in. Take out Mach mode just before we do rise, so what we can do is go to speed, but go around in, vertical speed in, come down for around 1,000 feet per minute, altitude select camber on, speed is engaged 290, which will hold as the aircraft now proceeds to make its descent down. 30 nautical miles to go before we reach Naja. That's just the ILS, so we can keep the ILS off for now. Got the 1159 in, which is for Mexico, the Mike X-ray, Mike Echo X-ray. We just need to update the INS once we move from 7 to 8, which we've just got down 28 nautical miles. You can see over here 28 nautical miles, doing 459 at ground speed. And winds currently 247. QNHs, which will get set over, which are 3022. We're about 20 nautical miles now, just in flight 340. So, as we get the aircraft fully configured, we've got the 110.1, the 109.1, which will switch back as we get near 1154 Mexico, which will come in under the whilst 23 nautical miles away. And we are now just getting ready to approach in for Naja. You can see with the terrain around 19.5, it's going to stay for 18,000 all the way around 270 above from Naja, and then we'll start to slow the aircraft down to 32 nautical miles to go. Okay, get the seatbelts back on. That deck door is shut. The aircraft is ready to go, 19 nautical miles to go, passing through the 33. We're in our descent 4300. Trans altitude today will be 18,500 just before we reach in. And that's our flights. So we left them on from departure. Everything overhead will be set over to our performance now as we let them down for 300, so we hit the landing and down into the sim. Get that down. It's going to be Xenviro. We'll switch that through, get the weather breathing now. So 3021. Comes out 22,005. No significant change. 12 statute miles. As we now come down for 320. 10 nautical miles to go now. There's a view on for Mexico, which is 64 nautical miles in. 300, which is checked. Coming in as we pass 18,005, 3021, which is 1023. which is checked, running off the METARs. Mexico City is going to be 35 degrees. 1023 050 5. As with our speeds in, which are checked, we'll take a medium water rate. Europe 155 160 for flaps 30, so just passing now into Naja 5300, need to come down to 275 now. She's checked. We'll start to set down 2000 feet level. As we go now onto our descent checklist.
Approach checklist, please. Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check. Seatbelts and no smoking signs. On. Anti-ice. Off. Exterior lights. Check. Outer brakes. Medium. Flight director computer selectors. Check. Brake pressure. Check. Altimeters. 1013. Set and cross-check. Landing data, EPR and ASP bugs. Set and cross-check. Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. Let's see. EPR computer. Go around. Cabin altitude. Check. Circuit breakers. Check. Now for level off.
1000 to level off now,
Road checklist completed.
270. Descent checklist is complete. Let's see, switch the fuel, switch it off now. See if that'll work. Apart from that though, the aircraft's fully configured, coming in on 055, the 109.1, just got that switched off until it comes into reach. It starts to work properly, so it's just about working properly. 52 nautical miles, so left is Mexico, 52 nautical miles, which is going to be inbound. As we're now proceeding on, we'll catch on with the arrival, so 27 above. Then once we get to the Mike X-ray 753, then the 755 will slow down to max 230 for 18,000 feet. As we follow in on the arrival charts, we'll get the aircraft fully configured as we have just a few more waypoints to put in, which are going to be the Mike X-ray 901 and the 900, which are right here. So we just need to put them two in, that'll be good for us to go. 755, which is going to be for waypoint number 3. Just go from 8 to 9 now, which is going to take us to the Mike X-ray 571. That'll be 1 and then 2. As we check down, just double check down on our waypoints as well. You can see for waypoint number 2. Mike X-ray 573 and the 550 for the 755, which is fine. So there's the alert now coming in as we got up to waypoint number 7. Number 6 has already been put in, which is for Almas, which is the 109359 and the 99175. So we can continue that off now. We'll put in number 7, which is going to be moved to 19316. That's going to take us to west to 99141. 99141, which is in and confirmed. We'll update that as we go along. 275, 9 nautical miles to go. And then we're going to drop down to 18,000 feet. We'll slow down to 230 by the time we do. As I now travel from 9. And then 9 to 1, 9 to 2. And as we can see, distance is 6 nautical miles to go. 18,000 feet. descent from flight level 270, or 275 for 27 above, 4 nautical miles to go, and then we'll continue that descent on down to 18,000 feet. So 9 to 1 is pretty much our top of descent, checking on the charts. Aircraft's heading nice and stable now. Once we leave from the Mike X-ray 571, longitude 922, so around 30 nautical miles again to go. So we drop down to 18,000 feet, which is checked, very good speed can go in. There's our top of descent. As we head on board now for the Mike X-ray 573. That should be number 2 to 3. It's passing through flight level 260. Let's start to slow the aircraft up now. Down to 270. Passing 18,005, get the QH is set back over. So we're making our way as we descend through flight level 250. Coming from flaps 30, 155. There's a 160 coming in, 160 for 155, VREV 30 plus 5, which is a 160. As we now make our way now from 2 to 3 to the Mike X-ray 755, coming down for 18,000 feet. Just passing through 24,000. Max 230 for when we do touch, which is right here, Max 230. So we'll slow the aircraft down now, 240, go up speed brakes. Coming down, passing through flight level 215. Getting to 18,000, then we can slow down to 230, and we'll open up onto a front one. Just need to update onto the INS now, fault number, waypoint number 7, which is coming through on the arrival. It was like 19316, 99141, which is checked. We need to put in number 8 now, which is for ASUS, which is 19257. As goes west 99154. Waypoint number 9, which is the Mike X-ray 901, which is north 19214. 19214. Now we've got west 99126. 99126, which is checked and confirmed. And waypoint number 1, which is going to be north 19234. So speed brakes can now come in. There's 7 nautical miles to go. We'll open up onto flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
And as we go through number 1, it is going to be north 19234.
1000 level up.
And we go west 99092. Okay, so that is all of the waypoints in now. As we come through now, reaching waypoint 2 to 3, which is going to be the Mike X-ray 755, max 230, 18,000. Okay, so there's 230. Currently 29 nautical miles to go from the airport. 4 nautical miles before we then swoop into that left-hand turn. There's 18,000 feet, which is coming in. which we're going to hold now all the way around until we get down to Alnis, which will be for 14,000 from the Mike X-Ray 579. From there we're going to slow down to 210 max. We'll be a little bit slower than that. As we get the aircraft fully configured now to come in 18,000 feet. Just coming shy of the Mike X-Ray 755. Desired track coming in to be the 255. Let's just checked. 9 nautical miles to go until we reach down to the Mike X-Ray 757, and then 759 is where we're going to proceed in as we make waypoint 3 to 4. Then once we hit the Mike X-Ray 759, we're making that left-hand turn, which will then take us down towards the Almas onto the 122. So 7 nautical miles to go. Just holding 18,000 feet now. INS mode is all in. Let's just get Mexico in as well. We've got the INS fully configured and set to go. As you can see, 5 nautical miles to the Mike X-Ray 901, then we make a left-hand turn to the Mike X-Ray 900, which is 4.9 TB from the localizer, where we start the descent down. So 4 nautical miles to go before we make that left-hand turn onto the 226. Minimums coming down onto the runway is going to be 274. Just chance we're going to ride into the 226. With the alert, which is going to leave us now 4 to 5. And once we leave the Mike X-Ray 759, that's where we're then going to start our descent down to 14,000 feet. We are max 230, as we're now going to start to slow the aircraft down now even further. I'm going to drop into a flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Start to bring the control column over as well. Flaps 5 is now engaged, 8 nautical miles to go. Then we're going to twist onto that 118 turn. Flaps 5 is engaged. feet, let's go to 1023. Okay, so as we leave now, we can start to make our way down 14,000 feet. As we proceed to 5 to 6, which is now going to take us down to Almas. Speed brakes are armed. As we come out, our chute select can come in. As we slow down, we're going to go down to a flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 10, which is engaged. Okay, with the wind as well. You can see the aircraft compensating as we come through. When we come through on the radio, the aircraft will align itself. As you can see now with the wind, 246 at 20. Passing through 15,008. Gonna hold for 14,000 feet. Max 210. Once we hit 210, I'm going to drop down to 18, flaps 20. Nautical miles to go. As if we was to look, we can see that we are at Almas, just tuning in. 14,000 feet, max 210, leveling off for 14,000 feet. 10 nautical miles to go now. And the aircraft's going to start making its right-hand turns around the mountains to Sooters. It's 14,000 feet, just holding in. It's got 120, which will be checked with the wind component as well. As it's just holding onto flaps 10, max 210. From 14,000 feet, then going to descend down to 11, max 190. QNH which can be set over on the first opposite side as well, which are checked. 6 nautical miles to go. The aircraft holds 14,000 feet. Next to come down, it's only 11,000 above. And it's going to be for 12,005. And then we hold 11,000 above all the way to the IXEG 741. Currently now tracking in. Distance 3 nautical miles to go. Then we hit the IXEG 717. Track down from Almas is going to be the 143. Just checked, 1 nautical mile to go now. Left-hand turn onto the 148. Five nautical miles to go, 12,500 above. Then we need to be down to 190 for 11. Miles to go. Waypoint 627 for the IXEG 717. So we're currently right here, tracking inbound, and I'm going to make another left-hand turn to Sooters for 190 for 11,000 above. We're going to come down for 11,000. And it's 12,000, so up for level for 12. Then down to 11.
Level up.
And then proceed on to the Sooters fix, which is 190. So I'm going to drop down to around 179. That was 20.
Last 20.
Okay, once we reach Sooters 190 for 11,000 above. They're going to turn on to the 145. we're then going to move in for 9,700. There's 11,000 feet. Seven to 8. As you can see, we're on to Sudas now. Miles to go. Still holding 11,000. Go through our descent checks one more time, avoiding pause there, which is already set. 1021, we're going to now start the descent down to 9,007. Happened there. We'll keep it over the 188 or 186. This aircraft just battles the winds. As we come in now, we get the 109. Decimal 1 in. This aircraft tracks back on its heading. We're coming down for 9,007.
10,000.
There's 10,000. Landing lights can now all be put on, which are checked. We get the anti-ice switches all off. Flight start can be set over for the engine start switches. As we now get ready to turn it in, we can get the 055 in as well. That'll be a while locked in as well. And as we roll through, making our left hand turn, over 9,007. Is it? Zoom right through, taking it in a bit 145. Laps 20 is in and engaged.
Gear down.
Go down. And we turn the flights can go on as well. There's a nav in for the lock.
Localizer alive.
So we're going to drop down now for 8,009.
Gears down. Green light.
There's 8,009. Aircraft's going to come around. 10.066. As it re-establishes itself. Get a glide slope on as well. Down into flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Just checking to runways in sight. Coming down for 9,007. 8,009 for 4.90, I mean. Gear is down, just checked. So we go for our landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Gear. Down and check. Down and check. Flaps. Flaps 30. Flaps 30. Ignition. Flight start. Anti-skid. Check. Altimeters. 1, 0, 2, 3. Set and cross check. Landing checklist completed.
Okay, landing checklist is complete. As the aircraft now levels itself up, coming in now from around 166. Flaps 30 is already in, medium water brake. Glide slope's now coming down, ready for
60 knots.
And there we are, guys, down in lovely Mexico City. Rocky one as well, very windy, harsh winds today as we come out. Hope you guys did enjoy that landing as well, as much as I did. So as we start to brake now, can come off as we get the speed brakes back in. Perhaps going to be fully retracted.
Flaps up.
As now make that left-hand turn to come off of the runway. And welcome to Mexico City, guys. As we cross over the runway. Get our landing lights off, get the APU all started up. And then we'll taxi over to the stand to make way for a lovely 747-200. So the landing lights can go on, we can relieve the cabin. Runway tunnel lights can stay on, the logos, which can go on anyway. As we now cross over the runway for 23 right. Taxi charts coming in. We'll just come over and take a stand wherever we can. And these straps can now go off. So I'm going to leave you guys with the landing cinematics. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, if you comments down below, and I'll see you all again for the next Mabel flight on the channel. So stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.